Mania. The best source of fun.
Offensive potential with a poison touch, and these heals, as you've seen, if you're not used to it, even if you are, even if you're at the top of your game, these heals will throw you off getting those range CS.
Absolutely. So Pasha, we see he's starting to struggle, of course, because Roger's making those moves around the map. So he's just going to look to pull some creep waves, get chased out by X-Nova quite a bit here, as this Ogre who's just going to punch him. But full free farm, importantly for Ame. That's the one we're looking at. The Sven is getting no pressure on him whatsoever.
Oh, bit of a lift back onto Solo, dragging him into the creep wave. FY! He'll set up for first blood. Solo stepping a little too far forward.
It's an FY Rubik. It's game one of the main stage. He wants the first blood.
Could be the beginning of a bit of an FY highlight reel, depending on how this game goes. But definitely the fact that Sven is starting well, as you say. This is what BSJ talked about. He was worried about LGD. If they can get that Jara and Sven off to a good start, it's going to be very tough for VP to sort of hold the game off to the point where Morph is able to come to the fights and really utilize the flak without being run over.
Ooh, look at FY doubling up the wave there nicely for Chalice, making Ramses also farm under the tower as well. Some nice moves around here by FY, just building those up. He's just dancing around.
He is. And obviously, what the VP do, they can start to walk Solo over, but FY...
He's got a TP available.
Yeah, he can... I mean, he's
actually dead.
He's taking way too much damage. He's going to head up to the tower, but Solo, he's going to be around for the XP on that one.
Didn't get the in.
What was the plan there from FY? He's just trying to double step.
Get that creep wave off of the tower. And look at this. This is really going to... This could actually chunk the tower down a lot. So Chalice, he has the skill of Gush, but he has the skill point of Gush, but no mana just yet. And Roger is making the move over.
And he's got that arcane range, so it's likely that he's going to get the chance to get a couple of fishes out. So we'll see the opening. In they go, collapsing in onto Chalice. TP over will be coming through from the Ogre. They're blocking Chalice off. FY's there with the new cut to Ramsey, but Ramsey starts to shift, turns towards FY, has to wait for him out over towards the trees and out of there. Chalice still alive. PSG.LGD will be able to keep Chalice safe with the support rotation. They're still trying to poke. In fact, Chalice, he's come back up. The curse is on it. Chalice will still end up going down. LVP turning their attention over towards X-Nova. They're going to try and chase for another. The Fade Ball from FY will come out.
There's just too many creeps. They clipped the wave under the tower too, so they just continue diving forward.
Yeah, those stacked up creeps working against PSG.LGD there in that sense. And in fact, VP, they're still poking and they're still fighting. PSG.LGD is trying to come back in for the rune contest, but VP's already picked it up. Be able to grab that one in the top one. Meanwhile, down bottom.
TP is at the ready. Roger's already prepared for this. He's actually smoking himself alone to try to catch something here, and he breaks this.
He sees the entire movement. Sees the two supports in the river as the smoke breaks, and no one is going to be very, very safe and sound. They cannot get that surprise movement onto him.
Pasha dropping low from the cleave. Just be careful not to step up too far. A couple more hits and a stun, and he probably can go down here. Pasha.
Oh,
he actually stepped up.
Oh, no. Pasha. Pasha getting a little shaky on the main stage. We saw some of those deaths from Pasha in the group stage.
Yeah, if
you got lucky, the team would have voted
very easily whenever it is going to be used, if it's not inside of just a farming position in the jungle. Solo is spotted on his warding expedition. He's looking in some trouble.
He's got a lot of backup coming in as well, Armate. They should be able to slow this one down. Missiles out. Fisher block from Roger.
Very nicely done.
Will actually shut the play down. They won't be able to chase.
And this is them all bringing the attention away from Ramses. He's able to just get all these free last hits top now, landing along the wave and getting all this farm. So this looks like they're going to just surround and go for this tier 1, as we expect that LGD will probably do the same on the other side of the map, probably going for the mid tower or that top. Still will be the mid. So a little bit of mirror movements coming into play here from both sides.
We'll see who's able to start the fight first as Armate. Close to no one starts to poke. Roger will get the wrap round. They've been blocked up, kept on the high ground. There's the ult from Pasha. They're ready to run them down. They're straight away on top of the gyrocopter. Somnus, he's in trouble. They've taken him out. The rest of LGD will be able to get away, but again, Roger blocking off the entire team with that Fisher. They're even going to be able to look to chase Arme a little bit, but the split will end.
He's still going to be going for that Linken's first item. Probably the Linken's into the Aghanims in this game, as the panel was mentioning. Such a good Aghs game, as he has that Earthshaker on his team. But the Linken's very good versus those instant disables, in particular the Rubik.
Roger. Again, he's coming with the wraparound onto mid, looking for FY. FY has got the heal stolen.
But the poison and the Arcane Curse, he's ticking away. Goodbye.
They got him. A lot of damage over time, as you say. Those two spells. A bit of a nightmare for FY. At least the Ogre won't care too much. He's a little tankier, but anytime FY gets caught out by those two.
They're trying to take advantage here of the slight time that they expect the Brew ult to be down, but Brew ult's going to be back up in about 5 seconds. Pasha does have a TP. He's setting up immediately.
Yeah,
Defense of the mid tower.
And again, Roger. He keeps blocking LGD off. They keep coming over to VP's half of the map, and they can't get back to their own. X-Nova's trapped. Roger himself, can he get away though with the telekinesis from FY, dragging him back into the missile combo. Stuns out Roger, he's still alive. LGD cannot get the trade kill as Arme tries to move forward, but all the damage over time is a pretty sizable heal bomb. Ramsey's looking for Arme. Arme's dead. Double confirmed in challenge. It's a 5-man ravage, but is there the follow-up? Sticks a pop. VP, they're back up to full. They'll collapse immediately onto Somnus. They'll get themselves another chalice, will be able to escape. But VP, they are outplaying and coordinating these team fights to perfection.
Such beautiful rotation. I mean, Roger is just coming in so clutch for his team. That wraparound, again, he even gets put in the front lines, and he survives during all that. They don't have the damage because of how underfarmed the gyro is. Look at Maybe in the game. He's bottom 5 net worth. They don't have the damage for when he's in there.
And that's the second time that LGD's fallen for it. They're sending 3 heroes over the river, and it's as if they're forgetting that there's a shaker in the game.
Such beautiful plays there by Roger. And yeah, like we said, too tanky for him to even go on. Ramses turns into the Morphling there, or turns into the Gyrocopter. Sure, they get double stunned, but at this moment in time, they're way too strong. It's
a bad call from LGD to try and stick around for the fight. They feel confident because they have the Ravage.
Yep.
But at that point, Arme's already dead. And a lot of damage to this tier 2. LGD will start to get close to the tier 2 top. Maybe think about looking for a trade, but it's not going to be easy. Bottom lane, Pasha trying for the wraparound. X-Nova's already out of there, but the tower goes down for the 16-minute mark. VP continuing to keep the pressure up.
X-Nova.
They want to try and dive this. They're going to. Ramses goes straight forward up to the high ground. X-Nova's dead. Killing spree for Ramses. TPs will start to now come through from PSG.LGD, but VP are able to easily back off, get themselves out of there.
They got what they wanted. They can get an extra kill out of it. They've got map control too. LGD not looking to want to fight until I believe they have those blinks. I think they need some easier ways to set up the fights to be able to just instantly kill someone on the side of VP. VP, when they're all rallied together, they're just seeming way too strong right now. And now the Blink Dagger is already finished up for Roger. I believe it's coming out on that Courier.
And it's just the way that VP's playing. I don't blame sort of Brian in the analyst at the start. You know, you look at these lineups and you think, well, the Gyro Sven, they're going to be able to play the fastest. There's a Morph. He's going to need time. But Ramses is actually able to get really active across the map because they have this mid-dazzle. No one's just this force that enables the Morph so early on. It doesn't matter if Ramses is committing, getting low on the HP, because there will be that burst heal and time for him to shift back. He can play so aggressive.
Pasha.
And he's catching them off a little bit. Now down bottom.
They don't have enough.
The split's going to be out. They're going to look towards Arme. They're going to surround him. Another heal bomb for no one. Bringing Arme down low. Pop the war cry.
They left him.
He's been abandoned. They've abandoned him. They know that there's no hope for Arme. As VP making moves there with just the 2 of them. Taking down Arme, the most farmed hero, of course, on LGD's lineup. He just gets shredded by these heroes.
Yep. Pasha in this game, just be able to get how much he got down bottom because of the fissure blocks and everything from Roger at the early game, and just allow Ramses to pretty much do whatever he wants. As Ramses, he's gone greedy. He actually had the gold for the Lincolns, and he's like, find the point booster. I'm getting set up. I'm getting ready for my Aghanim's. You know, I'm just starting to prep that, because I know what we're going to get to in this point, as we see that Dota plus win probability already highly favoring VP. But LGD, they've got their timing now. They've got the blink on Chalice.
They do.
Are they going to put the find anything?
But at the same time, there's also the potential of the global silence. They'll find Solos. There won't be a global. Or maybe there will. He's actually still alive because of the fact that Roger's able to throw himself in. Global's out. Roger keeping Solo safe. The heals are there. Chalice will now pop the Ravage on Ramses, who will get the Morph kill. It's a big one for LGD, but can they find any more? They'll start to move across to no one with the Gush. Another curse thrown out by Solo onto both X-Nova and Chalice. They're trying to chase for more here, LGD.
They know there's no Brew split. That's the one thing. They're playing around that long cooldown timing. Trying to
pressure on. Looks like he may be a little too deep for them to continue to dive.
Ramses, he actually clicked the Shrine, but he didn't click his attribute shift. So he just gets caught by the stun and dies. If he gets the shift off, he might be all right just there.
Chalice taking quite a beat down here from VP.
He's got the constant dispels though.
Roger, he finds Roger. Roger was trying to sit at the backlines in the river, looking for a potential to get him with the Blink Echo, but Arme finds him.
And how quickly the tides have turned.
Oh yeah, with Ramses falling like that, and Arme and Somnus getting involved in these. Yeah, it was 3 for 1.
3 for 1, you're right.
Yeah, the bottle confused
I saw an illusion.
you. Yeah, confused me as well. Maybe question myself, but yeah, they do manage to get the majority LGD.
Yeah. Now they can go into this Roche Pit. They have their Brew Split. They know that LGD does not have their Tidehunter Ravage or that God Strength, actually.
I mean, how long? Yeah, still a bit of time to God Strength.
Yeah.
Can they still try and push VP out of the pit?
Still sitting around the area.
Anyway, it's if they could time it right and get him with the stuns.
There's 15 seconds without God Strength, but they have BKB on the
They're
side.
poking Chalice. He'll jump in to get the vision, stun out to Ramses. Now the Primal Split comes out from VP, and now it becomes a lot harder for LGD to get close to the pit, as Pasha will be able to hold the team away, get that space for Roshan to fall, and Aegis to be claimed by Ramses.
They might look for a fight anyway, though, on LGD, because they know that there's no split available. Chalice is committing forward. They're going to have Ravage. They're going to have God Strength and BKB on the Sven. They want somebody here.
They are committing far. You have to be a little wary of Roger having the Echo Slam available, but Somnus is ready to go in underneath the tower. Stuns out from Arme, there's the God Strength, the Shallow Grave, keeping Roger alive. They'll try and get relevant. Chalice! It's a 5-man Ravage! Jumps in, Echo Slams out, but he does nothing at all. The BKB's out from Arme. They'll turn over towards no one. The stun control from X-Nova isn't enough. No one finally heals these. They've got the damage. LGD, they get both. As Chalice sees the perfect opportunity, he's not even done yet. Jumps in for another anchor smash. Keeps the pressure on VP as they're pushed back away from the tier 2 tower. And despite getting the Roche, getting the Aegis, they lose the following fight and they'll lose more map control.
It's the little things, right? Chalice just blinking into the pit there initially, giving vision, causing Pasha to kind of be like, oh my god, I actually need to split for this situation. Allows them then afterwards, they know they have the way advantageous team fight versus VP when they don't have split available. Chalice with no fear. He's playing versus that lineup where he's like, they don't really have ways to burst me down as a Tidehunter in this game. With this hood available, he can just freely jump in like that. And yeah, like you said, the beautiful 5-man Ravages we're going to see again here.
I mean, it looked like maybe they'll lose a couple, but indeed, Chalice in the perfect position, even tickling Solo on the edge there. Every single member of VP caught out by that play.
And Pasha, you can tell he was like, I'm not liking this fight too much. He was even starting to TP out. Someone made the call, though, to try to keep it going, and they ended up losing a couple heroes there. Seconds left on that Aegis. As LGD, they want these bounties.
VP want to try and force this fight here. They know the LGD's got the numbers, but they do have that Aegis on Ramses. There's the lead in. X-Nova gets the stun. Arme just
got Roger.
Roger's dead. Pasha will get the ult out in time. Will send Arme up into the air. Chalice is able to get in and claim the bounty route.
You have to back away, though, Pasha. That's a fully defensive split. He can't stay there. That's the other thing, too, is the Brewmaster. We're talking about, like, sometimes, you know, we haven't seen it in a while. Versus Gyro and Sven, sure, you can dispel some stuff, but your Brewlings die very quickly to the combo of the Flak plus that cleave coming out from Sven.
And Roger's got to be careful with
really
Six potential.
Still grouped up, though, VP now. Ame, show his face.
He is out on his own. He's going to go into the trees. We'll go for the TP. Roger!
He's just going to get stunned up.
He's trapped in there, but VP a little scared. They're aware that there could definitely be quick reactions. PSG.LGD are starting to come over, but Arme was still relatively alone. VP just didn't know. They didn't want to make the mistakes they made earlier and try and force a fight straight up. Now they'll go back with the smoke.
They didn't have any information.
They've drawn the attention. A Solo, he'll head up to the high ground, blink over from Chalice, catches the vision of Solo. Solo, it's going to be focused first. Fisher comes out from Roger. Trying to keep Solo safe. They've got to make sure that both Solo and Roger get the chance to
Here's that axe.
Get their ults out. They'll commit towards Chalice. Chalice has the Ravage, ready to pop. He's holding on to it for now. Ramses into the Shaker he goes, chases down X-Nova. They're pushing PSG.LGD back up to the high ground, but it's still hard for VP to find the jump that they hope for. As PSG.LGD, they know exactly what's waiting for them on the low ground.
Yeah, and the Axe Morphling, you know, it's strong because Ramses is really high level, but you also want your Earthshaker to be high level. You need him to have that max enchant totem for it to really become that super powerhouse. So only 2 points still for Roger, only level 11. He needs to find himself some level so that they can actually start using that power of the enchant totem.
They know themselves. VP, they're still not quite ready to take a full 5v5. It's not easy.
Oh, and look at Ame's pickup here. A little bit, not really super unorthodox, but the Orchid now for that Sven as well. Multiple different ways to catch Ramses. Yeah. Ramses gonna be in trouble. Not only just Ramses, Pasha as well. Brewmaster hates playing versus silences.
Flank. Nice little escape back to base.
Roger. Getting stalked here by Ame. We'll be able to back off. So 30 seconds, we're going to have these bounty runes coming out. LGD, they've got creeps hitting the base. They're actually forcing a reaction to the base right now, so they're going to look to make an aggressive play. They're like, all right, Silencer just went top. We can definitely look for a fight right now. With a full butterfly finished up on Somnus. They're jumping for Ramses.
They managed to break the link because they're in with the silence. The global does come out. He did manage to shift before the silence came in. So Ramses has got enough HP to be able to waveform back out of there. Pasha is going to start to fight back with the Primal Split. Surrounding X-Nova, Somnus with the flak. Will start to kill off the Brewlings very, very quickly. Pasha's got to be careful. Grabbing the challenge onto the backlines. They found Roger. Amazing with the damage. Roger's dead as well as Ramses. There'll be a buyback from Solo. They can do it. Sorry, it was Ramses as Roger. It was Ramses and the Shaky EVP, and now they get Roger. They got both of them. It's a triple buyback for VPs. They'll try and turn.
Oh my god.
But they're... I mean, I got baited. I saw a shaker die. I was like, Roger's there. I was like, no, hang on. That's Ramses.
He's getting caught off.
Ramses at the start of the fight.
That Orchid, it's really catching him off guard there.
It looked like Ramses was safe for sure. He built up all the HP, but he ends up back in the middle of the fight as the shaker, and he dies straight away. They're
really starting to run away with this one here on PSG.LGD. They buy back on X-Nova. They're like, let's just bring the fight to them. They don't have anything available. Roger, sure, he's got Echo Slam, but...
This is a risky play from VP. It's not a quick Roche. They're trying. They've used 3 buybacks for this attempt.
Chalice is in immediately.
I don't know if VP can get away with this.
Doesn't look like it. They're jumping forward.
Ramses is trying to fight, but he instantly gets stunned. Oh, it's on top.
The Echo. He
whiffs the Echo. He did not get the blink off as VP. They've got to back off.
Oh my, he had it up too. I hadn't clicked on it. It was not canceled. He just didn't get it off there.
Ramses going in again. He has to be careful though when he's the shaker. We saw him get tripped up in that mid lane. And now PSG.LGD are holding on to a mighty 12k gold lead.
And that was VP buying back 3 heroes trying to get something, just desperately trying to get anything out of it, and they can't. This Orchid, Ame, purchasing this was just causing so many problems for VP. They're set up here for the fights, but...
And with it, he needs that BKB, but
really
again, it's still back to that point where he's only halfway towards the money. It's going to take a lot more time. We'll see this again from Roger. He said nothing cancels this.
No, look, he just echoes the floor. It was still on
cooldown.
It was still on cooldown. Okay.
So maybe it was just still on cooldown from before.
I guess it must have still been for a second. All right, when I clicked, it looked like I must have clicked it a second later.
Because he didn't look at it like anything canceled it. I think maybe just in his mind he felt that the timing was there, and that 15 seconds was still ticking down.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of momentum. Look at this, like Somnus, he's super farmed out. Pretty much all the important heroes on the side of PSG.LGD, they have the farm on VP. They're really starting to fall behind. That mid game, that early game, that dazzle, sure, no one, he's 4-1 and 4, but it's a dazzle now at this point. It starts to become very hard.
Just finding 3 kills across the map. Solo trying to push out that top lane.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Solo must have known that that was going to end in death. I guess at least trying to use his life to make sure that the lanes are pushed out. It's more kills for LGD. It's only 11 to 10, but just the fact that the kills have meant that much more. The buybacks have heavily set VP behind, and the farm rate of Ame's, Sven, and Somnus' Gyro is just at a rate that's very hard.
Yeah.
It's really to keep up with as a whole, and the difference between the supports are there as well. Space is there, easy Roche, easy Aegis for Somnus.
It's really telltale that VP has only gotten 1.
Is the sort of the Morph Shaker interaction strong enough to win a game when they're 15k down?
They have to get some better forms of initiation. Roger, having such a solid early game, has not been able to find almost anything after that. Just seems like PSG.LGD always seems to know where he is in the fights and catching him at the start. It's VP. They will look to set up for bounties. Pasha, though, he's very far up and alone.
He's out of the game immediately, walking to his death.
They want more. But they won't find.
Just have that BKB Ramses, so a little harder for them to catch out.
they're not really splitting up much versus this Morphling. So when I have seen, oh, X-Nova though, they're jumping forward for him.
Gonna try for the quick kill with the waveform, and he's have to try to get a bit more. Is he trouble? Roger's gonna buy him some safety as he jumps in with the Echo. Will popped as well as VP will try and chase for another. They're blocked off Chalice with the Fisher. Very tanky. Tanky enough that they won't be able to commit and stick on him. Chalice is able to walk away. It's a buyback from Pasha. And again, it's just the Ogre dying. They cannot find any of the big kills.
And that was an Echo Slam committed too. And they only get that Ogre. Now a full Aghanim's finished up on the Gyrocopter as well. Ramses. Considering going for something here. There's still the BKBs available though. He's just in.
All of the big heroes are here for PSG.LGD. VP have to hold back. There's no way that it's in their best interest to try and find a fight, and they will back away.
So some of the times when I have seen these Ags Morphlings with the Earthshakers, what ends up happening is one team starts splitting up, and that's where the Morphling really starts picking himself up. Because you get the one-by-one kills constantly, you get these massive amounts of experience. But PSG.LGD, look at this, they're all just grouped up. They know how strong they are. They still have their Aegis available too. They're trying not to give VP any little type of breathing room at all.
They're playing phenomenally as a team here.
Oh, is he trapped? Oh, he's gonna be able to move out of that? No. Kind of stuck. He'll get out of it. Chalice.
Oh,
he's in position.
Chalice again! He's in with the Ravage. They've got the setup. The Grave does come out in time to find some safety for Ramses. He's back into the ball. Will jump away. BKB blocked by no one. BKB from Arme also about to wear off. So despite Chalice getting a big jump, this time VP won't have any casualties. I guess. And of course for just everything else that's going to be trying to him in the fight.
Yeah.
The splits, the summons from no one.
Strength heroes, like even like dating back forever, it's always been like, I want to buy a butterfly, but you sometimes you just don't have the slots for it. This time he's feeling super confident. They have a 20k gold lead. VP starting to trickle their way out forward here. What can they find?
Ramses. He's going to try and look for the opening. They get the ball shot to two. Oh, amazing on the back. Oh. Two-man spot. In with the guard straight. Silence is dead. They'll be able to save Pasha for a little bit with that shallow grave, but he's silenced, surrounded by Saunders. Pasha's dead. No one's taken out. Sentry's in position, so they'll kill him off through the Glimmer Gate. As no one buys back. And Arme finds him hiding in the trees. Roger, as this is just getting very, very nasty for VP. Every single fight, every single play. I mean, poor old X-Nova, he's taking one for the team this game.
Oh, for sure.
He is the only guy that's died on LGD's lineup, it feels like, in the last 20 minutes, right?
He is the only one who's died in the last 20 minutes.
Yep. Game one.
They have a Hex on the Rubik as well, like I was mentioning. So those instant disables, we're going to have to watch Ramses if he's going to be able to get that BKB off before he gets caught. Pasha as well as Roger, both playing on the left side there. Ame already pops the God Strength, ready to go. He's jumping in.
Solo's dead. Ravage is out. It's going to catch up to Pasha, who's held at the back. Silence to make sure that Pasha cannot get in. Roger, he's trying to poke from the backsides with the Fisher, but LGD just pushing in, taking the range racks fortification. It's only going to last so long as they'll wait it out. LGD finish off the entirety of the mid lane of Rax. Ramses is going to look for the jump forward. He's trying for X-Nova. Poor old X-Nova. But this time
they gave him the cheese.
They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Nova will be able to stay alive with the boys this time. He's not dying today.
That was one of the cheeses, I believe, because they still have the second one, so yeah. And now a full refresher as well. I think they had a refresher shard as well, right? I think they must have used it before.
X-Nova. He had the cheese. They prepared him. They prepared him for this push. They made sure he took his dinner with him. As now they can't even kill the ogre.
No, they. Now without the cheese, maybe they'll give him another one. Do they give him the next cheese? No, they're gonna keep FY.
But the mentality now, they've tried to kill the ogre. They can't even kill the ogre. As this lead just continues to go. And I feel that we've seen VP in this situation quite a few times in the group stage. And game two hasn't gone a lot better after game one's been this rough. A lot of the games in the group stage where VP did lose, it was very one-sided, very stompy in this game. For the 20 minutes onwards, it has been. Chalice is in. Ravage catches onto Solo and Ramses. He's trying to play his way up back into the Shaker. Will be able to get the three-man Fisher and jump away. They're kiting up LGD for now. X-Nova steps forward, throws out a fire blast, retrieves the pop. They're back onto their structures. Another tower taken. This push isn't going anywhere. LGD making themselves feel at home inside the base. There's the second round. Onto Ramses. Burst down. X-Nova. He's going to get the kill. A beautiful comeback story from the Ogre this game. From dying every team fight to taking out their carry. As the racks are down.
That's got to be
GG, well play. It's a win for LGD. It's a win for Ogre Magic. As VP, can they come back in game 2? I don't know if they can. This has been less than ideal for them to open up on the main stage, but for PSG.LGD in front of the home crowd, this couldn't have gone any better.
No, it seemed like these first 18 minutes or so, VP running away with it perfectly. They have this initiation coming from Pasha every single time. They're always taking the fights on the